It's 208 metres and it's literally just there.
Welcome to Lost in the Lakes, where you get brews, reviews, but best of all, views.
So we're keeping it low. The wind's been really gusty, so we're gonna start off here, which is at the top of a place called Lanthwaite Green. There's a little parking place, a little National Trust parking place at the top, and we're just walking down this little track here. And this should take us into the woods, and we'll walk through the woods. This is this is not new to me, but it's been 30 years since I was last here. I was speaking with my dad about this, and he said, "Oh, there's a photo of you somewhere, of me when I was younger, a younger 30-year-old, younger me, up on the top of there. Can't remember." So I would have been 17, 18 at the time, and I was probably not wanting to be there at that time. It's quite funny actually, although I love the fells now, I didn't really see any enjoyment in them until I got a little bit older and started mountain biking. You know, for someone growing up in the 80s, fells weren't fun. They were just things you walked up and looked at the views, and I mean, they're great now. Look at them views. But to a younger me, they were just mountains. I was brought up around here and I didn't really appreciate what I had. But when mountain biking came along, I did start to enjoy it more, especially in summertime. And I think, I don't know whether it's an age thing, but I mean, look at Grasmoor. Such an overpowering mountain, cliffs, but you go around the back of it and it's just a nice gentle slope. There's quite a lot of mountains like that around here. It's almost like being chopped in half. But when you look up at it, I mean, it looks huge. You know, you're almost from the valley to the top of there. It's quite a high mountain, I think. Let's have a look. Let's see what it is. Now we've decided to move to meters on everything on this channel. So where are we at? 852 meters, Grasmoor. So we're just going up through this gate. Like I say, it's an easy walk. There's not much climbing, but we do have to go through the woods. Now I'm following this sat nav. It's telling me to go up there. Oh, it seems to cut up. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll take the long way. It's telling me to cut up through there. There is a footpath that takes you up there, but we've got all night, so I'm going to take the longer way and easier way. Quite a nice wide footpath. There's some nice walks in these woods that take you down to the top of Crummock. There's a place where there's loads of sluice gates and bridges and stuff at the top of Crummock, or the bottom of Crummock if you want to say. As kids we always used to call it God's Garden. Just I think it was my next door neighbour friends, they started calling it that, and it just kind of stuck. And yeah, it's kind of only kind of stuck in the family. It's not a well-known name, but it's out on YouTube now. God's Garden, bottom end of Crummock. Park at the bottom of Scale Hill, walk to the lake, and that little place. It's great for when we were kids, you know. We used to follow the river up as if it was a few places we could swim in the river. There was a swing across, and we got up to God's Garden itself, and there's like little salmon slides and bridges to sort of hang off as kids, you know. We used to sort of dangle upside down off the bridges and dip our heads in the water. Oh, it was lovely. Right, I do believe it's up this way. Right, so that's the path it told me to take. To be fair, could have done it, would have been fine. This hill's called Scale Hill, and the river I was on about was River Cocker, which leads into Cockermouth. So you can all have a laugh about that. We're walking through these woods here. Now I do know there's a couple of places where, you know, bushcrafty people reside up further up there. It's quite a quiet wood. Everyone sort of tends to go to the lake, goes to Buttermere, whereas this, same with the fell. You get some really good views of Buttermere Valley and looking back at Lawton Valley as well. But everyone tends to go, look at these foxgloves, they're all out now. Yeah, so the top of this this wood up there, I do believe it opens out, so you do get some good views. But it's not where we're going. It's not where we're going. We're going up to the fell itself, Scale Hill. Now I do believe I'll be walking back this way as well. I won't be coming here at night because this place gives me the creeps a bit. And again with this wind, just heard a branch falling then. Probably not the best place to be. I never like being in the woods really. I much prefer open land. You know, it's nice and all, but trees can bloody hurt if they land on you. Where we are now. Apparently this is a bridleway. Don't think so. 500 metres to the next turning. Oh, we're literally 10 minutes away from the top of the fell. We're going to start looking at somewhere to camp, somewhere to pitch the tent, somewhere to sit for the whole night, watch the clouds come in, the wind come in, and everything. This is just a thing. So obviously these videos go out a week beforehand. So when I put a video out and comments come in and say, can you do this, can you do that? It's going to take a couple of weeks before it actually goes to an effect. So I'm kind of changed the way I edited on the last video and maybe went in a bit deep on the editing for it. And just to, you know, if you can comment below what you think of the previous video, whether there was too much choppiness about the editing. I was cutting all these little bits out, the little gaps, trying to sort of make it a bit more of a, I don't know what it is. Just cutting out all the silent bits, making it a bit more quick. Cutting out the ums and the ahs and everything. Less natural, I suppose, I don't know. Tell me what you think, whether you like that sort of editing. I'll probably do it on this video as well, but it'll be interesting to see what people think of the editing style, whether it should be changed or whether they're quite happy with it. Yeah, tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. I know I get a few comments, people just saying great video. But you never know specifically why. So it'd just be interesting to say, you know, they like it just because I'm out in the woods and I'm camping, or whether they like the actual editing style. I don't know. I'm just playing with a few ideas, see what works and what doesn't work. I don't remember being up here. I suppose it was probably just a short day out one summer, so maybe I have. But again, as kids we used to play in these woods On the way back to the car, we used to venture off, knowing that the car park was in that direction. We used to come into all these little paths looking down onto the woods, and this little path here is just reminding me. I think I have been up here as a child. I say child, 10, 11, 12, something like that. I do remember it being quite steep and looking down and wondering how the hell I was going to get back down that way, because we knew the car park was that way, but obviously further down. Didn't have sat navs back then. We were just following our noses. Didn't have cameras either. I wish I could have filmed quite a lot of the stuff we did as kids. It would have made it interesting viewing back on it. I suppose this is something to look back on in another 20 years time and go back out again, hopefully. You know, you see, yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that little path there. I'm pretty sure there's a big steep drop that we all had to negotiate down. Right, we're coming out onto the hill, Brackenthwaite House. This looks like ultimate midge territory. And guess who forgot the midge, anti-midge stuff? I thought it was going to be windy and there's going to be no midges. Looks like I'm going to have to camp in the wind just so I don't get any midge. If anyone not from the UK that doesn't know what a midge is, it's a small fly, usually hangs around in northern territories, bites everyone. Coming up to the top of Scale Hill, Brackenthwaite How. Scale Hill's the actual hill. How is more of an area, and this hill has got like a long flat top, not like Suter, but wider. I hope you can see them views. You can see the lakes all rippling, so you can see the wind pushing through it. God's Garden I was on about before is just down on that bit. That fell right in the distance there. Great Gable, just to the left, Green Gable, and all these fells here. It's quite funny looking at these. Red Pike you've got over there, going on to High Style. Obviously this is Grasmere. This is Melbreck on the right. Now if anyone's interested in Wainwright, I believe a guy called Hunter lives down there somewhere. Now this is one you could probably camp on top of and get away with it, because not many people will be up here, especially first thing in the morning. You might get some dog walkers or something. So you can see, is this the top? Let's have a look. Yeah, well this is the top, and that over there is the second top. It's looking down Buttermere Valley, and then over that way is Loweswater Valley. Loweswater town, I suppose, village. And you come across the top here and you get, for something that's only 208 meters high, you get such a 360 view. Buttermere, Loweswater, and then looking down into Lawton Valley. So I think we're gonna, so the wind's going this way, so we're gonna have a little hunt around whether we go over there, but we're just gonna have a little look around. I went down there and it was just rocky and undulating and just as windy as up at the top here, so I think I'm going to go back up here, have a sit, have a think where to pitch the tent. I mean, there's no wind here, but it's a bit of a slope. There's a little bit over there I could maybe do. Right, I'm just going to come up over the top here now. This is the kind of first crest that I think might be better. If I can find a level place. I mean, it's always nice to be on top here, but you do get some nice views. But quite rocky. There's a little flat place here that might be on for the cards right here, but we're going to go up over the top there and see what it's like in the wind. So here you're out of the wind just enough to not panic about it. Still undecided what to do. We'll camp on the top, deal with the wind and rain, or do we sit back down a little bit further out of the wind? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit and debate. I think I'm going to go here between two paths, almost on the top. You get a 360 view, but the wind's coming from that direction. All right, so I'm using the new tripod, so we're a bit more out of the grass. Oh, check this out. It was my birthday recently, and my wife got me this new hoodie, and you've probably seen got the hat to match as well. It's official, we have merch. If anyone wants one, hit me up. You can maybe sort a price out. Check that out. That's my wife that drew that. And yeah, that's the new merch. It's official. 250 subscribers and we've got merch already. Right, let's get this tent up. Did that happen? Right. I'll have to look back on that and see when it did actually fall. I think the good thing about this one is it's got a small footprint. In the usual, no shoes inside the tent. This is what I like about this bag. You put it on its back, you open it up, and you can get everything. So I'm just looking around at where I'm at the moment. I love this weather. I love it when it's like this. It's I mean, I love all weathers, but there's something about sitting out on top of a hill like this and looking down and being able to see all the mountains. There's something really peaceful about it. And the wind's just calming off as well now. It's supposed to get a bit windy tonight. You can hear the hounds. It's surprising how much you can hear. It's not a hunt, it's a load of dogs over in the distance. Looking at forests that have not really, I mean, there's a house over that I've never seen. I've been down here all my life, down this valley. Quite a lot, cycled around it, walked around it. There's a rock in the field that I remember going to see. Plenty of time down in the lake, down in Crummock Water, playing in the lake. Years and loads of summer times spent just around here. I've even kayaked from here to Cockermouth, all the way down the Cocker. It's probably frowned at these days, but we did it. And that's, 5 or 6 miles. God knows what it is down the river. I had a friend fell out with his girlfriend and decided to put his picture. I mean, this is 16, 17-year-old kids. We walked up a mountain so he could put that picture of his girlfriend on the side of the fell. And as a friend, went with him, did that. It was almost like she died, but she didn't. They just went to uni. They went to separate unis, and he went one way, she went the other. And it was almost like, for him at that time, that he'd lost everything. So as a mate, we went up. He said his goodbyes. And that was just only up on that fell up there. The road down there, cycled to work. It was 3 years I cycled 50 miles round trip in all sorts of weather. Storm Desmond, the thing that decimated Keswick on the Saturday. On that Friday night, I cycled home down Scale Hill, went through 2 foot of water. I've got a video of it, me laughing going through it. I've got pictures of everything from down there. Never been up here for 30 years. But it means you can look down and look at all the memories that I've had. Directly behind the camera, looking up, there's a holiday cottage I was working in. 9 o'clock at night, there was lost the water. It was water that was off the fells. And guests were in there, they needed water. 9 o'clock at night, I disappeared off into the what they thought was into the fells. And for me, I knew where I was going. To the water supply to see what had happened. Long story short, didn't fix it. But when I was coming back, they could see, all I could see was these almost like searchlights. They've got every torch they could, trying to see where I'd gone. They thought I'd disappeared off into the mountain, never to be seen again. But for me, I was just walking across the field. But I suppose to someone that's never been here before, it probably looks or feels like that, I've gone off up into the mountain at 9 o'clock at night on a winter's day. Yeah, there's a lot of memories around here. A lot more memories to be had as well, this being one of them. But the good thing now is I'm putting it on camera, and hopefully in another 20 or 30 years time I'll be looking back at these videos, remembering what I was feeling at the time. Ranadale Knots, another one. Need to go camping on, really. Need to go up there and not for the blueberries, not for the flowers and everything that Ranadale's famous for, but just get on the top there and have a little mooch around. I do feel like I've never been here before, but again, always been here. Looking down on feel like, I don't know, it feels weird. When you're camping, you know, used to going up the fells and watching up on the tops, only for a few minutes and then going, right, we need to get off. But when you're camping, it's different. You've got all night, which is even better in summer because you have got all night. It's 8 o'clock and the sun's still high up. Right, so I'm going to go back to my tent. Sorry for the sun being behind me, but it is what it is. Right, okay, sorry about the sun behind me, but it is what it is. I'm going to go back to the tent now, get a brew on, get some food. Like I say, it's 8 o'clock, I've had no tea. The wind's picking up now as well. So I'll see you back at the tent. I don't know why I feel so alive this morning. Still got that as well. I tell you what, rather than unpack all this stuff, I know I want a brew, but let's just have this. Peach. Actually, I quite like this one. It's not very peachy. Well, it does taste like peach, but sweet and sugary. It's overcast, but still nice and clear. Feel that wind. Been on and off all night. It was fine, really. Wasn't like it was blowing thousands of miles an hour. It was just probably sitting 20 max, maybe. I don't know. Merch on. Just going to put that in there for now. Right, bit windy. Ooh, I'm recording still. We're done. One tent packed away. That's it, Scale Hill. Really nice little camp spot. Going to come back to this one, I think. Alright, so we're going to go back down the way I came up, and yeah, probably nothing much to see. Need to tie my shoelaces anyway. Let's do an ultimate selfie, 360. I think that was about 360. Left no trace at all. It's all on my back and we're all getting out of here. So this is the way I came up. Look at them views. Yesterday it was all sunny, today it's cloudy, but still got some nice views, eh? Right, sorry it hasn't been much of a camping video, you know, I haven't had your brews and your coffees and stuff in the morning, but I suppose you can't have every wild camp being the same. I just thought I heard a branch then. Yeah, you can't have every wild camp being perfect, I suppose. And yeah, I said to my wife, when I get there, I'm gonna fall asleep. I felt tired before I even got here. I'm just sort of sitting on the sofa. I could feel myself drifting. What happens is I get in the tent and I think, oh, I'll just have a lie down, you know. It was only 8:30, I think. And then I'll have some food. Next thing I know, it's 11:30. Waking up, thinking, oh Christ, I haven't eaten, haven't done anything. As it happens, I didn't feel hungry, so I just went to sleep. Yeah, so, you know, I know it's all great for people to see the cooking and the camp setup and everything. but sometimes it's great for me to get some sleep, I suppose. Yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel vitalised. Yeah, I mean, look. If that doesn't shout creepy woods. What was that? I'll just keep going. What was that? Ah! Make myself laugh. Didn't want to shout too loud and wake up all the animals. Sounds like they're already all awake anyway. You do, I don't know, these woods, you feel like you're being followed. We're out. We've made it. Oh, look at this place. Like I say, I do like the open. The place is gorgeous. I mean, I could have probably camped on top of this little hill here. Right, that was Scale Hill Wild Camp. This has been Lost in the Lakes, and we'll see you in the next one.